Waste
fucking
an
no.
hour.
Review this profile.
You have to. You have to.
All right, we are live.
Obligated.
If you
Oh,
force me to stay in here, I
Raid
will
Shadow
go
Legend.
the route you don't want me to go out of spite alone.
So, in honor of Easter, I have decided that we're going to read
This
the
fucking-
most reviewed fanfic in the Bible
Since it's,
section.
So yeah, especially since yesterday was Good Friday, so currently by canon, at this point after
The
Jesus was
descension into
crucified,
hell.
yes, he would be in hell right now. So to emulate that and walk the path of our Lord, we have decided to descend into hell
Now,
ourselves.
to show you that it is indeed the most reviewed fic, I will go through the sorting. All rating sorted by reviews. Jesus and Hitler, a Romance by Ankras. Adolf Hitler travels back in time and meets a man who will change his life forever. Rated M, tagged romance drama. It's only 4,000 words long. Has 1984 reviews. I like that.
It should have been
1984.
666.
Has 571 favorites and 251 follows. First published October 7th of 2010 and updated 6 months and 2 weeks ago.
I just found a fucking clip. I'm sorry, while you're talking, I found a fucking clip of someone in Shanghai using a drone to kidnap koi fish so they could feed themselves. What the fuck?
Chapter 1. Copyright notice. The characters and events in the below story are of my own creation, and any theft thereof will be strongly frowned upon. Okay. In the year 2025, in the halls of the Reichschancellery. What?
Wait a second. This is only updated a few months ago? What?
Yeah, it was updated 6 months ago.
Holy shit, I was gonna say like 2025 back then, 2010. It's like, legitimately the
Well, it was posted in 2010, and it was updated
it's
6 months ago.
That's
Averages to about every 1 year, 7 months for updates. In the year 2025, in the halls of the Reichschancellery, a German soldier was running to an office. When he reached the door, he drop-kicked it open. Mein Führer! The Americans are inside Berlin! Adolf Hitler, king of Neo-Germany, looked up from his Volksdesk rapidly. Mein Gott in Himmel! I must escape! Quickly, he ran to his secret underground laboratory. Scientists were running around and conducting scientific experiments.
Sweet release of death.
Active the time machine! Shouted Hitler. Hitler could hear Americans shouting in the tunnel behind him, murdering innocent German scientists and soldiers to satiate their bloodlust. But mein Führer, the temporal coordinates are not set. You could be sent anywhere. It is irrelevant, fool. I must survive so that National Socialism can continue. The thoroughly chastised scientist activated the time machine, and Hitler was thrown through time. To 29 AD. When Hitler stepped through the portal, he saw a beautiful man with blue eyes and a long beard. Greetings, my son, he said. Hitler looked around. Where am I? In Israel, my son. Come, have lunch with me. My name is Jesus Christ. Hitler was instantly amazed. He had been a devout Christian all his life, and he was honored to eat dinner with Jesus. During lunch, Hitler explained the tenets of National Socialism to the Messiah. To his delight, Jesus loved it. Within an hour, Jesus was won over to National Socialism. Hitler felt joy in his heart. National Socialism would live again.
These are acting very out of character. You know, I don't remember Jesus acting like this in canon.
I don't think Hitler would be pleased with meeting Jesus, considering Jesus is a Jew.
I also don't think Jesus was
He stated that he believed he believed in a Jesus that was like persecuted by the Jews and was fighting against the Pharisees and shit like that. He cherry picked certain aspects of the Jesus story to make it look like, oh, all the Jews were bad and Jesus was basically a pseudo Aryan. I shit you not.
While they were talking, Hitler found himself checking out Jesus' tight bod. If he wasn't Führer of Germany. But he wasn't Führer anymore, was he? That night, when Hitler and Jesus were in bed together, Hitler said, Jesus, what do you think of love between men? What do you mean, Hitler? Jesus asked. Hitler took a deep breath. He would have to be bold. This is what I mean. He leaned over and started Frenching with the Lord. Oh, God.
He calls him Hitler, not even Adolf.
Oh, no. At the same time... Oh, no. No, I can't. I can't keep going. Why? Why did it have to descend into smut?
I cannot. This is so beyond fucked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I can't continue this. I admit defeat on this one.
Like we're like fucking okay, let's do UTRS remix. Or the fucking Flash Wonder Woman Unbirth fic I pinged you about earlier. It's rated T, so that means it's more safe for work than this is.
Yeah, because who would have thought that reverse birth would be more wholesome than
Dementia.
Okay, that was less than 10 minutes of reading, so what do y'all want to read instead?
UTRS remix, or I don't know. Let's read Balls' fic. It's also a Bible fic, so it counts.
Yeah.
Me, Balls, do you want to link your fic for us to read?
I got you, fam.
It's in the Bible section. Of course you got it.
It's Bible crossover.
Here's an image to commemorate the story we just
Is it-
read.
Be not afraid.
Damn, she hot though.
Yeah.
But you know who the woman on the right is.
I don't know. Age up and Frank.
Okay.
That is Ben Shapiro's sister. That is Ben Shapiro's sister.
That's a pairing I can get behind.
That's why it's so cursed.
Ben Shapiro's sister's massive tits single-handedly paving the way from the mending between.
Okay. Be Not Afraid by Balls 1124. What does it mean to be angelic? To serve as a non-thinking machine? Or perhaps something more profound? Whatever the case, you'll find out eventually. Self-insert Angel MC, AU.
Wait,
Oh, man.
is that your DXD fic?
It's his DXD Bible fic.
It's original now.
Wait, it's original now?
It's
Wait,
only...
is it only the Bible?
It is
So
only in the Bible fandom.
Why?
Because I thought it would be funny. Why?
What does it mean to be angelic? That was a genuine question I had. All until it came crashing down mere seconds ago. The act of reincarnation was weird in that I never really thought it would happen. Nor did I expect to be put into a dying body, who was incapable of any movement whatsoever due to being confined to a stretcher. We were in the middle of some kind of war against bat-like creatures of the night, raining down a flurry of elements upon my comrades, who seemed helpless to defend themselves. A tragedy even I couldn't rectify due to my current state.
I realize the weakness of my flesh. It disgusts me.
Then again, what more could a mere two-winged angel such as I do in a situation such as this? Blow at them from afar?
The Omniscient.
Thankfully, I didn't have to wait much longer, as from the heavens peered the visage of our Savior, a man whose body radiated an extreme amount of light, to the point where even angels considered him blinding. He was the closest to perfect as anyone could get, rivaled only by the fallen Hellel for the second spot right behind Father Almighty. At the sight of him, those few who could stand bowed their heads deeply out of sheer respect and reverence for not only his combat prowess, but also his authority as one of the 4 great archangels, set to lead our race on the field towards victory under his guidance. Truly, what a marvelous day to be alive again. To not only have a second chance at life in a fantasy world, but to also stand witness to this magnificent view, golden armor and all. A part of me practically felt giddy, ready to charge into battle if it meant seeing more of him. But, sadly, the greater majority squashed such ideas before they could sprout. My current state didn't help either. Right on cue, several of Lord Gabriel's healers arrived at the scene to help and escort those 2 injured back to home base. Being granted a large amount of spare time along the trip back, I began to contemplate some things. For instance, why did this body's face look so alien, yet familiar?
Why can't I describe doors?
Then another
It's
question
just
took
in
my
my
mind completely in my bedbound state. What does it mean to be perfect?
I just made something. And I see Balls is also going off canon, into his own AU of the Bible. Bible fix it thick, saved Jesus. Give Jesus the Mangekyo. No, give Peter the Mangekyo Sharingan when he watches Jesus die.
Oh god.
I wonder, how powerful would Taskmaster if he had just a regular Sharingan?
Angels, by nature, were created to be perfect from birth. And yet, some eventually fell to sin, with varying inconsistencies from one circumstance to another. All of this to say that it didn't fit my narrative of perfect. The entire ride back, my face was scrunched up, like I just ate the most sour fruit of all, entertaining these thoughts even as one of the healers nursed me back to health, telling me to rest after the fact in the crowded hospital room. But I just couldn't. Slowly, my mind pieced itself back together, and the scattered memories of both my past life and the life of the previous host segregated themselves, letting me scrutinize them in greater detail compared to my aimless ponderings just hours ago. To put it simply, I reincarnated as a 2-winged angel, the lowest of the low in the hierarchy. The reason as to why I was caught up in the attack was due in part to my job as a guardian angel, sent to watch over a human boy from the day of his birth. Unfortunately, he passed away in the chaos, leaving me free to do whatever I wanted. What is there left to do? War was ongoing just outside of this realm, and partaking in leisurely activities has the possibility of attributing itself to sloth, leaving me with very few options for further prospects. Fighting would have me endangering myself, and dying as a nameless background character in a much grander story is frankly absurd as someone who didn't stick out much in my last existence. Perhaps I could indulge myself.
Switch this to the fucking Bible section only just so you can compete with Jesus fic.
No,
Interviews.
That's me the original.
I don't believe you.
There is no original tag. This is fanfic.net, dumbass.
I know, but I don't believe you because I know you would go for a DXT thing, and you just changed it 5 minutes ago, I think. So.
Yes.
Perhaps I could indulge myself in the study of philosophy. It did stand as the groundwork for science, if I recall. Oh, I can picture it now, standing above a stage whilst discussing the nature of my kind. There was only one thing stopping me, though. Something I already brought up and thought a bit ago. Everyone around me was too beautiful, as if their bodies were sculpted from a solid block of marble at the hands of a master craftsman, whose skill was second to none. My still human rationale couldn't get behind it at all. It's like using glasses for the first time, only now they were dirty and there was nothing you could do about the smudging. Everything was still the same, except you were the only one who found something wrong. Whatever. I just hope it isn't as bad as I play it off to be. It probably just needs some getting used to. Yeah. Still, there wasn't much to do here. A tad earlier, the people helping me said I needed a night's rest to recover my strength. But I couldn't. This was a whole new world, and I couldn't just sleep after entering it. My excitement was only truly piked when a second wind's worth of energy rushed into my system with great force, pushing me off the bed and onto the soft cloud-like floor.
What?
Does that not say peak? Oh, wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah, I love this funny typos near grinding by watching someone else review it.
Yeah, it is correct. Wait, hold up. Yeah. Continue on.
It's peaked.
I had to find a way to relieve it, or else things could potentially go very badly. People have fallen for less. Subsequently, the chances for my wings to turn charcoal black as well was rising by the second. An outlet for these desires, to release them in a quick burst without invoking the sin of lust.
Well, jacking off, man. We all do it at some point.
That's it. I could fly through the sky like a bird breaking free of its cage, joyously escaping the shackles that held it in place. Relying on the instincts and muscle memory instilled in this body, I slowly flapped my wings, picking up the pace when the movement felt less and less foreign, until... Perf! An extra hard flap sent me into the air. Drawing further on the sensation, I soared higher than I ever thought humanly possible.
Is it Balls sleep? Or no, it wasn't Balls who left. Smurf left.
Well...
I was gonna say, if Balls fucking bailed on this.
Bailed on his own fic. Well, until I realized what was around me. Traffic as far as the eye could see, going on for miles upon miles. And I just so happened to crash into the middle of it. Thankfully, no one seemed to be hurt from my reckless behavior. Honestly, they looked more annoyed that I disrupted their routine than actually causing damage. But then a heavily robed, dark-tinted man showed up, and an unsettling fear enraptured me in a tight grasp, as if something sinister approached me from behind like a predator catching its prey. Lord Mastima, I stuttered, prostrating myself on the spot. I'm sorry to have caused this disturbance. It won't happen again. A peal of deep-sounding laughter rumbled out in response. It felt soothing in an odd sense of irony, giving me the image of a father who caught his child in the middle of a petty act. Worry not, for my intentions before you today are but the purposeful actions orchestrated by our Father. Don't apologize to me. This action of mine was out of selfish interests and not his. But do apologize to each of the individuals here, for they have much important business in helping the war efforts. His voice flowed as though it were water in a stream, melodic and serene, charisma dripping with every word spoken. The way speech was interpreted by the supernatural of this world was weird. Supposedly, we all spoke in the primordial tongue, the forgotten language of Babel. It was unconventional to say the least, hearing everyone around you speak in a sing-song tone. Swiftly moving to the side with a gust of wind, I finally let the person behind me through, bowing deeply as they passed me while Mastima hovered behind me, nodding at my actions. Eventually, he told me it was enough, citing that I've been at it for the past hour or so, and advising me to follow him into his personal chambers, where he'd like to have a talk. Honestly, I was a bit unnerved by the guy.
A talk.
Yes, the talk.
To the point of being visibly shaken when
Oh my
near
goodness.
him. But a gut feeling told me disobeying his orders would have me ending my run far sooner than anticipated. At that point, I felt trapped, stuck between a rock and a hard place, heart pumping in my ears with each flap, cheeks burning up and arms trembling. How did a demon steal an angel's skin without God realizing it? AN,
What?
honestly, I don't know how this came about. I was on my way home one day, and suddenly, an idea hit me like a bolt of lightning. What if angels from DxD were more biblically accurate? Well,
It's
now
not
we
even
have
fucking
this.
DxD anymore, balls. Nice job.
An
I
example of what
agree.
shitty
Imagine if
philosophical
the angels
writing
from
does to a
DxD
man.
weren't in DxD and weren't angels from DxD, but we're instead biblically accurate angels in a world that isn't DxD, but is instead something I pulled out of my ass.
Anyways, if you find anything wrong about the fic, please do say it in
You
detail.
fucking
I'd
ideas.
always like to learn more in areas I need to improve in. Also, join Discord server. I have one. I also have, Patreon. I'm not telling you to join it, but it would be nice. With that being said, have a nice day.
What's your Discord server?
It's in the fucking author servers at the top, fam.
Oh, okay.
But balls, I really think you should lean into the DxD cross and not shoot yourself in the foot by changing it like halfway through the fic to not be crossover.
Original, fuck off.
Fuck you. Fuck.
It's almost like you're allergic to reading original content, Everpeach. What's that?
Hey, I read Beware of Chicken. Okay, that's technically original. As in, it's completely fucking
Why don't
original.
you like it then? Why don't you like the
I
change
fucking
then?
love it. But
Alright.
this is confusing.